we talked about the breathing, and we did some practice breathing, kneeling up, and then laid down, put some eye patches on, and we did the breathing he went around banging his drum, and we did the breathing quite intensely until he said, "I'll tell you when to stop doing the music. I'll stop banging my drum, and I'll tell you when to come round." And I had to stop at one point. I just thought I was so off my head. I was coming up on like I'd done 5 grams of mushrooms and a big dab of MDMA, and I was having rushes through my body. And I was going. It started with a smile on my face. I was just laid there doing the breathing. A little smile came on my face, and it got bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'm laid there going, I must look really stupid. Not bothered, not self-conscious, but I must look.
Yeah, the thought comes in.
Yeah. I was like, my face is smiling so much when he's walking past me with his drum. I must look like an idiot. But I obviously wasn't bothered. And then every breath, it got bigger and bigger until the smile was. I was like, I can't smile anymore. And then I do another breath, and it got bigger. The smile, and it got big, and it was like bigger than my body, and it was just this. I was a smile.
Wow.
And then I just burst into hysterics, and I was laughing so much. And I was like, right, stop. Because I had students there, and there was other people. I was like, if we carry on, I know what I'm like. I'm quite an extreme character, and if you did give me 5 grams of mushrooms, then if we speak for a year or two, I don't know. But, so I was like trying to control it, like, whoa, just bring it back down. He gave us some recovery breaths. I'm trying to get myself like normal again, because I was out of it. And then all of a sudden I was off doing the breath again. I was like, I'm doing the breathing. So it was like,
which style specific of breathing was it that you were doing at that point?
Oh man, I'll butcher it now because I haven't actually practiced it at all since. Right. And it was so I know it's the big little in breath and the big out breath all the way out, hold out, and then you hold it out on the last one. I think there was 15 cycles. Can't remember the cycles, Sam. I'll butcher it. Right. But there's a certain amount of in and out breaths. And let the breath go out. Yeah. Out, long breath, and out on the last breath, 15 or 30 cycles, just hold it out, and then repeat as soon as you feel like you need to breathe again. Yeah, start again. And I was holding it for what seemed far too long. Out, no force. I don't know if have you done it?
Well, the reason I ask is because when I came across the Wim Hof as he sort of exploded onto, I think it was the Iceman documentary, Vice documentary. That's right, and then he sort of just exploded on all my favourite podcasts. He just started turning up with Aubrey Marcus and Joe Rogan and Chris, tangentially speaking, Chris Ryan, and he's just everywhere. So I was like, wow. And he's an intriguing guy as well, Wim himself. Yeah, he's got a really cool. He's got a very harrowing story, but what a lovely energy. But yeah, he was talking about it, and he was saying about how easy it is. And what I've been doing since then is the cold shower thing. And the breathing that I took from him that he was doing at that point was so big breath in and just drop your chest so you don't let everything out, but you're taking everything you can in, so you're filling up. I know you can go both ways, can't you? And he said that in the shower, particularly, like for a man of my kind of size, between 30 and 50 of these breaths. That
sounds right, yeah.
And then hold
and just let it go.
And then, just let it drop off. Just literally drop your chest, but then suck right up. And between 30 and 50 was when I would feel the tingles and the kind of, start to get that real kind of lightness. And then crank my shower on cold and kind of embrace the cold that way. And I've been doing that every day ever since. And I've loved it. And the breath thing, I mean, I stop there and I feel it there. I feel it at like 30, 40 breaths, like that kind of just euphoric spaciness.
There was a lot of people on that. A lot. There was a few. It was only 10. It was limited to 10. So there's a few people actually there that had been following his breathing for a year or so and doing the app or done his course. And the result at the end. So when we all came round and he sort of stopped the music and we all sat up, the room was bizarre. Everyone just sort of looked round and was like no one said anything. Half of them were crying. Then it was like, he said, go get yourself a cup. Put tears rolling down people's faces and stuff. Not me, Sam. Not me.
You're too busy laughing.
Too busy laughing. And it was hilarious. It was bizarre. And he was like, oh, yeah, get a cup of tea and we'll have sort yourselves out and we'll talk again in a minute. And everyone got a cup of tea and we just stood there and everyone was just looking at us going, did you? It was like, what happened?
Yeah.
Everyone was like, what happened? It was like, where did we go just then? It was bizarre. Because we was doing some incense and stuff, and there was a part of me going, what was in that incense? Like, that was too weird. It was too strong. It was like, that can't be
Again,
breath.
too simple.
Yeah. There's a part of me going, that was too extreme. Like, that can't be the breath. But everyone that had done the breathing before was like, never had anything like that. It was like, that was unusual.
What kind of length of time was this going on for then?
It wasn't that long. We did that I think I did about 6 cycles of that 30 to 50 reps.
Yeah.
I think I went to the 50. I think he said you can do between 30 and 50. And I think I went to the 50. And I think I did 5 cycles. And I stopped on the 4th and was like, no, hold on a minute. I'm just losing the plot. Yeah. And then all of a sudden my body just started doing it again. It was like, oh my God, I'm off.
Wow.
Yeah, it wanted to do it. It was like, well, I didn't trigger it. It was off on its own. But yeah, everyone was completely blown away.
Emotionally kind of just ripped open in a way, but without any, because I guess we're waking up levels of our self that are, I mean, I'm listening to James Nestor's book at the moment on Audible.
Breathe.
Breathe. My God.
Mental, isn't it?
Absolutely. And do you know what? It's for me, it's alongside Matthew Walker's Why We Sleep.
It is,
it's impacting me on that level of like, my God, again, so simple, hidden in plain sight, Well,
the nose breathing stuff, we spoke to a coach down south, Milton Keynes, Tony Davis, who spoke a few years ago. One of our fighters, Dom, was having we knew he was super fit, ridiculously fit. But he was gassing out in fights, and he was losing a lot of his fights because he just didn't have the energy going into round 3s and 4s, and one of the reasons he was losing the fights. And we spoke to a coach, Tony, and he gave us some breathing exercises, and it was all nose breathing. Everything was nose breathing. And his explanation, he said, and it ties in with a bit with the James Nestor, and there's so many different angles. And he said, basically, if you're breathing through your mouth heavy, you're triggering a sort of a panic response. So if you have a panic attack, your body's like,
yeah.
He said, if you're breathing through your mouth, it's like a panic attack in reverse. You're triggering a simulation of a panic attack. So it'll release cortisol into your body, a stress response, your muscles will stiffen up, and it'll make you slower. And I was like, okay, that makes sense to me. That's fine. So he gave us some training protocols, jogging with water in your mouth so you have to breathe through your nose, and working it up. Gave us a set of protocols to work with over a few months. Completely transformed Dom's cardio. Completely helped with I think he said it helped with his asthmatic. I have to check with him on that. I think he said it helped with his asthma.
This is research on that, yeah.
And so I started trying it in the kettlebell class, because what I do in my kettlebell class every Saturday morning is we do 5 3-minute rounds, and then you run round in between the rounds, so we don't stop. And during the running round, I'm usually plodding, dying after, because I push
trying to get your breath.
Yeah, because I push every round to the limit. And I'm plodding around heavy-footed, and I started doing the nose breathing. It took me, I get maybe half a round in the first week, and whoa, God, I can't breathe, can't manage it through my nose. Slowly got to the point where I could do the full session through my nose, and I wanted to run around. I wanted to run around faster. I felt light, felt different, felt light in the head, felt more focused and clear, and not as like. It was real interesting.